Hi, this is Alicia with the FSW Writing Center, and in this video, I'll be explaining the basics of Canva, which is an online design platform that you may be asked to use for some of your assignments here at FSW. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and I'll walk you through how to get started on the site. Alright, so the very first thing you'll want to do is open your browser and go to canva.com. I'm recording this video in August of 2020, and this is what the site looks like right now. Depending on when you're watching, it might look a little different, but you should still be able to find the features you need in the same general area. If you haven't used Canva before, you will want to click this Sign Up button in the corner. You can use your Google or Facebook account, or just email. I already have an account, so I'm going to click Continue with Google and go ahead and sign in. Once you have an account and are logged in, you'll see the Canva home screen. To begin a project, click the Create a Design button. You'll see a list of preset templates you can choose from, like a 16:9 PowerPoint style presentation, an infographic, or even a video. If one of those fits your needs, you can click it. Otherwise, you can choose custom size and put in whatever dimensions you want. I personally am going to switch the measurement to inches here and say I want something that's 8 by 11, so the size of a standard sheet of US letter paper. Then I'll click Create New Design. Now I can see my workspace. Up at the top in this blue bar, I have the option to click File and rename my design. So we'll say Test Design. I can also choose what I see in the editor, like rulers or guides or margins. This blue bar is also where other features like the undo and redo buttons are, as well as where I have the option to share my design once it's finished. On this side, I have a panel that lets me access templates and other design elements. If I see a template I like, I can click on it to apply it to my design, like this. If I decide that I don't like something after all, I can always click the undo button to get rid of it. If I want to make my own design, then I'll use the other options in this panel. If I click on Elements, then I have a bunch of options. For example, if I click See All here next to Lines and Shapes, then the menu expands to show me everything that's available. When I drag something onto my design, like this, I can play around with the size of it, I can change the color, I can add a border, I can change the color of the border, all kinds of options. I can also come down to the text menu and find a font that I like to add to my design. So for example, I could grab this and drag it on, and I could write something like Canva rocks. And if it doesn't fit perfectly, then I can always, grab elements, move them around, resize them to get what I need. So we'll shrink this a little bit, pull it out so that our word here fits. There we go. And again, I can pull things around, I can center them, whatever I need to do. As you can see, Canva has a ton of different features and options. So we're not going to get into any more of them, but if you're interested, there are lots of great tutorials available on YouTube or through the Canva site itself to help you create something spectacular. A little later on, I'll show you where you can find some of those. For now, I'm just going to show you how to turn in your design. Once you're happy with it, you'll come up to this Share button in the corner. As you can see here, you have a lot of options. You can choose to just share the link, which is what some professors may want. You can also choose to download your design in a variety of formats like PNG or PDF, which can then be uploaded to Canvas or anywhere else that you might need them. Your designs are saved automatically, and you can access them all from your home screen. So if I click to go back there and I scroll down, then I can see all of my designs here. To continue working on one or to share it again, I'll just click on it to reopen the editor. Really quick before we go, I also want to return to the home screen and show you where to access some of the tutorials that I mentioned a minute ago. At the top of the screen, if I click Learn and go down to this Design School option, I can access a variety of courses that will help me get better at using Canva and allow me to create something really spectacular. That's all for this video on the basics of how to use Canva. I hope this is helpful for starting on your assignment. Remember, if you have any questions about a writing assignment, you're always welcome to bring it to the FSW Writing Center. Thanks for joining me.